Hi, I'm Erik Linask. I'm here at the Cloud Expo in New York. I'm talking with TechnoDyne's Murali Swaminathan. Murali, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, very welcome.
And I hope I didn't butcher your name too much.
No, it's perfect.
So, tell me a little bit about TechnoDyne and your role there.
Okay. So I joined TechnoDyne 2 weeks ago as VP and General Manager for a new business unit we're creating. It's called Enterprise 3.0, the next generation of the enterprise, focused around 5 different technology groups. One of them is cloud and data center is one of the technology groups. We're also going to provide services around collaboration, infrastructure, which is dealing with security, IPv6 and networking kind of thing. The new business model like software as a service, and then general application development for enterprises. So TechnoDyne is a $100 million company today, and the vision is to become a $1 billion company in 7 years. So 7 billion in 7 is our new goal, and see how we are going to go towards that. And the way we are attacking that, the goal is getting into these new areas of core competencies and develop them into each one of them into a $100 million business. We believe the cloud and data center could be a $100 million business for us, and we have the thought leadership in the industry to drive that market. Our customer base is very strong. We are into city and federal, and also in the private sector, and they all know what our capabilities are, and they also see the pain point in today's infrastructure and how they are managing it, and they all want to migrate to first a virtualized environment, do the consolidation, and hopefully move into a cloud services model, where they can use economies of scale and also always on availability, and also shared services model where you don't have the resources idling all the time, but you utilize it more efficiently. So we work with the customers to assess their environment, design, implement, and then probably operate also, and operate and optimize their environment. So we provide the services all through the stack.
To date, what's been the biggest hurdle or obstacle that you face in terms of introducing potential customers or customers to the cloud?
So there are a few things. One is getting the applications on-ramping into the cloud, right? People have always used applications in their data center and is managed by their application folks or the infrastructure managers, but they don't have ideas around the cloud, so they are little wary of figuring out how to get their applications in the cloud. And also the folks that are worried about data security, they are more in tune and building a private cloud environment than migrating to public cloud. So for them, we have a wide array of tools. We have a strategic partnership with 3 different vendors. NI2 is one of them, which is an asset management, discovery, and a tool that very well fits into the private cloud model. We also have an application management platform called Kavo that provides an application layer on top of the cloud. And we also have partnered with a green IT company that can measure carbon footprint in their data center and provide the carbon view for the company. So it's a solution is holistic across how do you get into the cloud, how do you manage application, and how do you measure yourselves towards a social responsibility kind of a model. So and that is one thing. The other thing we have noticed is, Erik, if you look at the enterprise data center today, the 70% of the infrastructure is used for primarily development and test, and 30% is used for production. Those are the candidate applications which are not in production development stage can directly move into the cloud. And that is the model we are going after, telling the enterprises, you don't have to worry about data security. This is an environment you're using today, but in the night nobody is using it, it's idling. Cloud is the best model for you to go and adopt.
Well, certainly those last thoughts that you just expressed are echoed by a lot of people who are promoting and developing cloud technologies.
Right.
What is it going to take to really push the businesses, the customers over the edge to the point where they understand and they don't have those kinds of security and other concerns anymore?
So I think I have to draw an analogy to what happened in the banking industry a long time ago. Like 60, 70 years ago, people thought the money is more safer at home than in the bank. Then they started putting money in the bank, they started getting more interest, and they were getting towards that model, right? Same thing with data security. Today they believe the data is more secured inside their firewall, and I think the technologies are going to evolve and develop to a point that data is more secure in the cloud than internally, because it's kept more securely and there are more security measures you can take as a larger company or providing service than an individual enterprise or smaller to medium business. I think their data is going to be much more secure in the cloud, and I think that shift will happen in the industry.
Is there a difference between public and private clouds?
No, I don't think so. I think if you look at today, when I open my laptop and I see my network is on or off, the way I check it is go and do Google. If Google comes on, that means my network is alive. So you have so much trust on the availability of the infrastructure which is hosted in a public environment. I think that trust will happen in the security also. I think it could become the public cloud could become the de facto standard. While initially the enterprises will go through the stage of going through a private cloud, finally they all end up in a public cloud environment.
Excellent. What are your predictions for how quickly are we really going to see cloud computing move into the mainstream?
Okay, that's an interesting question. I think it's to me it's a once a decade industry shift, and this is happening with cloud. I believe the economies of the economies in terms of running data center, concerns about power and about green, all of them will combine together. Will create a compelling story for enterprises to say that they need to adopt into the cloud. And people, because when you buy an equipment at your enterprise today, a computer, you depreciate it in 3 years and you typically keep it for 5 years. The cloud model is very different. You can get access to the latest and greatest technology every 18 months or so. You can write the technology way quicker and faster, and you can do it much more cheaper. So I think the cloud adoption will accelerate and happen in at least by 2013 or 2014. You should have much more adoption in terms of the market adoption.
Excellent, and you're right. There are a number of different factors that are going to play into it. Let me see, green,
Yeah.
cost, efficiency, and adaptability, and so many other things that
Right.
we haven't touched on. We've been talking here at Cloud Expo with Murali Swaminathan from TechnoDyne. Murali, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.